All right, all right. Welcome in to the A to Z Sports Game Day Reaction Show. Charlie Burris, former Vols quarterback Jonathan Crompton. We're live every halftime and post game for Vols football this season. Before we dive in to what we just witnessed out there with Tennessee and UAB, we got to tell you about our great sponsors. Lipscomb University Sports Analytics Program. Turn your passion for sports into a career. And then also Window Nation. Buy 2 windows. You'll get 2 free and make no payments for 2 years. We'll tell you more about them in just a bit. But Crompton 42-7 snoozer game.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's kind of what you need right now.
Yep.
And how you feeling after that first half?
Excuse me. Relieved, I guess you would say. We scored 6 touchdowns out of 7 possessions. Kind of did what we had to do. I wish we had a little higher completion percentage, but it's not terrible. 13-20, 179, 2 touchdowns. The interception, DB kind of got there a little early. Ball bounces up. That's just bang, bang play. All in all, I feel pretty good about where we're at. I would love to not see the starters at all in the second half. Once again, I think it'll be great to get our second string guys a lot of reps and a lot of experience for down the road.
Yeah, that half, barring any injuries that we don't know about at the moment, and hopefully there are none, that half went about as well as you would hope. That interception, fluky. That one drive by UAB, they kind of shoved it on you, but at the same time, the rest of the half, you killed them. So not putting a ton of stock in that. But this is what you needed. Joey Aguilar threw a perfect bomb over the top to Mike Matthews. That was beautiful work of art there from him. He continues to show you that he's the man for the job, that Tennessee just got so lucky. It's still so crazy. Go ahead.
Well, on that deep ball to Matthews, though, what I noticed was the route by Matthews and trusting, like he ran. He did not look for the ball until the last second and trusted the ball to be in the proper spot.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. It was a beautiful ball. But how hard that is as a receiver is extremely hard. And then to be able to catch it there, that was very, very impressive, because he throws it. I'm like, oh, Mike's not looking, because you're used to a receiver getting off the line, boom, and then looking up. That was very impressive to see. Hard, like a very extremely hard discipline to have. Great ball, phenomenal catch, like just all around great player right there. But I love that we're taking shots today, and then let's call it like it is. The past how many years now, we've taken our deep shots and going, not really close. Now we're going, almost everyone is going, guys, that every time the ball leaves his hand right now, you're going, that's got a chance. That's got a chance. And so you can see the receivers trust him, and that he's trusting the receivers too.
Me and Zach on the Big Orange pod on this past Monday, we were talking about Aguilar, where the last couple of years with Milton and Nico, no offense to him, except offense to Nico, I guess, but none to Joe. But they would just drop back and rear back for a long throw, and you just go, let's see how this goes. And with Joey, you're like, oh man, here we go. What's he got? And it's an actual.
Well, he's going through his
connect.
What I like to see, though, is he's going through his progression. He's throwing the routes when he's supposed to throw them, but he's scrambling and trying to keep the play alive with his eyes downfield when he has to, and running when he has to. He does. Yeah. He's not panicking. Now, this is the evolution of college football. He's 24, right? That you can see a distinct difference in physical maturity, mental maturity in the 24-year-old than 18, 19-year-old playing quarterback. So I think you're going to see a lot of teams start to go that route. Look at Georgia, what was his face? The mailman, they called him. I mean, hell, he was 26 years old when he got drafted by the Rams.
Yeah.
So I do think that helps is what I'm getting at. Just from you've been around college football a long time. What is it, sixth year or something like that? So that's an advantage. And we're taking complete advantage of that advantage, and it's paying off. So there's a comment that says we got some dude receiver. Yes, we do. We do. We find we've got guys that can take the top off that can also run crisp routes. That's what's fun to see.
I mean,
we got running back balling.
Yeah. Brazel right now is putting together a Biletnikoff resume.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. You can pad your stats today. I mean, I kind of hope he's seen his last action for the day. But I mean, the guy is really doing it so far this season. It's been really impressive, and it's been really impressive because I was pretty critical of Kelsey Pope during this offseason because just last season, Nico was disappointing, but it also seemed like a lot of last season the wide receivers were just not what you needed them to be, and to see the progression that you've seen out of specifically Chris Brazel, and then Staley and Matthews are super talented too, and they've been coming along. But that's an impressive leap that he's made. Where you have Todd McShay talking about how he might be the top wide receiver off the board here in a few months. That's impressive.
It is, but I'm going to go the same, but a different route.
Okay.
I kept saying last year, our receivers. Kind of now looking like it was the quarterback, not the receivers.
Oof. Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because think about it. Same system, right? Nothing's changed. Very close to the same receiving core. Matthews got some playing time, but we wanted all this stuff. Brazel played a lot, but there wasn't that chemistry. So it was, and obviously we'll never know. We can speculate all day long, but was it something with the chemistry between Nico and the receivers or lack thereof? Because I'm going to tell you right now, all of us see it. All of us see the chemistry that they do have with Joey right now. I mean, once again, I go back, and anybody wants to go back and watch that go ball to Mike Matthews, watch it and watch how he comes off the line. He gets full speed, and the ball's thrown, and his head's down running because that tells you he trusts the ball to be in the spot it's supposed to be in. That's hard to do as a receiver mentally because you got to 100% trust that your quarterback's going to put it right there. And that's where the ball was. We're more fluid. We're playing faster. I love the fact that we got 3 tailbacks, so we don't sub tailbacks except for every drive. So we're able to keep defenses on the field and not let them sub. It all seems to be flowing better is what I'm getting at, just all around. And when we get all of our defensive starters back, guys, we will be dangerous. I'm telling you, we will be very dangerous.
Man, I heard Brent Hubbs on 104.5, our good friends over there in Nashville, yesterday. Hubbs was saying maybe a Arkansas return for Jermon McCoy if things go well. And that would mean that you have him for Alabama and onward. And it would be so huge.
Not mad at that at all.
Yeah, and I think the hope, again, kind of the hope, is this a sure thing? No, but the hope is that you get Jackson Moy and David Hobbs both back next week for Mississippi State. That's going to be huge. Not sure it's going to be.
That's our trap game. Let's call it like it is. That is our trap game right now.
Yeah, and we're going to talk plenty about that in the postgame. It's probably going to be the bulk of the postgame is talking about that Mississippi State game. But, yeah, it is. And so you need all the help that you can get just to bolster everything, get everybody, especially if you're one of those guys like a David Hobbs who hasn't played it at all. You want to get those guys back into the swing of things, get them in game shape. And it's exciting with how amazing this offense has been, but you just want to capitalize on every opportunity you have, and especially not fall on your face like you have in these. I guess that this one's not a night away game. It's a 4:15 or something like that next week against Mississippi State, but close enough tonight to make me uncomfortable.
I like this comment though by is ASJ02 about 100%. 110% the offense is smoother. Joey's and he's not on a leash. Fact, not on a leash.
Clearly,
Coaches have trust him. You can see the night and day difference. 100% agree with that comment, like top to bottom. There is no leash. And what we talked about that a lot last year was there was something off. Maybe they were trying to just ease him into it. Blah, blah, blah. Well, this guy's been in the offense since May, and look what we're doing because there is no leash. That's where you can, like, when a coach trusts his player or players, it's fun to see. And he trusted it with Hendon. He did. He trusted the offense more with Joe than he did with Nico. You could see it. It wasn't as much as Hendon, but it was, with Joe, it wasn't as much as Hendon, but it was more than Nico. And then now it's back to it's just, hey,
full bore.
Everything's available. Let's go play football. And that's what's fun to watch. It really is. And I'm Mike Matthews didn't leave because now we're getting to see the evolution of to come.
And you gotta think of
Go ahead.
You got to think of your Mike Matthews. That's got to be such a relief to be able to have that feeling like you're describing, to just trust and be like, this guy can get me the ball. Here we go. And that's got to be so nice after everything that you saw last year. But we do have to get to the segment for halftime. That, of course, brought to you by the good folks at Lipscomb University. And we're going to look at the analytics of this game thus far. Not much to be said. The thing that they want us to do for this segment is start off with the win percentage for Tennessee. It was like 99.9% before the game. It's now 99.9% at the moment. So not a ton to be talked about there, but we'll dive into it a little bit right after I tell you about the Lipscomb Sports Analytics Program. Analyze, strategize, and revolutionize with the Lipscomb Sports Analytics Program. Turn your passion into a profession and go beyond the box score. Get off the sidelines and into the action with the Lipscomb Sports Analytics Program, where you'll learn to make the calls that count. It's turning sports fans into data-driven decision makers in the exciting world of professional athletics. At Lipscomb, we're not just watching the game, we're changing how it's played through our innovative sports analytics program. Go to lipscomb.edu to learn more. It's a good school. That's my mother's alma mater, actually. So I can somewhat personally vouch for Lipscomb and go over there and check them out. It's an online program, but I guess you could go in person also. Okay, looking down the line, I mean, Tennessee is just drilling UAB, but one thing that stuck out to me that I really like a lot, we've harped on the receivers a ton here. Well, I'll say two things. Covering the rushing, I like that Peyton Lewis so far has gotten tied for the most carries. Him and Sean Bishop both have 9. Peyton Lewis coming up with 67 yards and a touchdown. I love that. I wanted to see more of him this week. And then receiving, Mike Matthews, Braylon Staley, Chris Brazel, having 3 receptions, 4 receptions each. Mike Matthews leading the way with 53 yards and a touchdown. Brazel, 40 yards and a touchdown. You're just really spreading the wealth. Miles Kitzel, 2 catches for 27 yards, 13.5 average there. You're just really spreading the wealth, and you're getting everybody touches that you needed to guys that you want to see keep progressing. I think this game is going perfectly so far.
Oh, no, I agree. I think everything you just said spot on, because now when you read those numbers about receptions out of the 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 guys have receptions. Who are you going to cover?
Yeah.
And especially the big play receivers. We got 3 big play receivers that all have 3, and 4 receptions. So you cannot just cover one. Like 22, you could cover Jalen because we didn't have another deep threat. Well, now we do. So you can't just cover one because we got one or two more that's open that can also run every route we need. So it's fun to watch. It truly is fun to watch, just top to bottom, But I think what comes to my mind, I saw a comment about, you can see the mental maturity with Joey. We need to go after a Joey type player every year. This proves the point to me, at least, that look at Oregon. Dude goes to UCLA as a freshman. Dante Moore goes to UCLA as a freshman, transfers to Oregon, backs up, and now is the guy. Sometimes it is okay to mature within the game. Back up at LSU this year was the start at Mississippi State last year. It's okay sometimes. Yes, you're a competitor. You want to play every snap. You do. But if you go to the right situation and you mentally and physically mature, Joey's setting himself up to be able to make money like Hendon did by going to the right situation now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
absolutely.
Look at Alabama. Look at Bryce Young. He sat for his first year, then played. Mac Jones sat for 3, played. It won a natty. That's where you win at the quarterback position is maturity. Yes, you want to play as a freshman. Do not get me wrong. You're a competitor. But I'm just saying, if you look at the history of it, statistics show that the more mature and the more mentally and physically you are, the better you're going to play. Look at Joey. Because he's setting himself up to be in a conversation to be a draft pick right now.
Yes.
I mean, statistically, he's top 1 or 2 in the SEC. And that's because of
crazy
buying your time, having a chip on your shoulder, doing all those things. And so I'm saying that to say I hope our younger guys stick with it, keep learning, keep growing. So when their time does come, that we don't miss a beat. That I guess is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, you got to hope that the ideal progression would be George McIntyre the next 2 years, and you get to hand it off to Faison Brandon for 2 years, or I guess in that case, probably 1 year. I mean, that's essentially what the hope was for Arch at Texas. Of course, he kind of looks like dog water at the moment, unfortunately for Arch. But, and so it doesn't necessarily work out perfectly. But that would be the ideal. I would love to get back to something like that. You've seen basketball's a very different sport, but you've seen so much success with Rick Barnes where he can get guys that stay in the program for 4 years. And it's, the Dalton Connects coming in, swooping in for 1 year and having an amazing year. It's incredible. And it has really revolutionized what Barnes is doing over there. But the foundation is those long-term guys.
Oh, no doubt.
That's the ideal thing that you could have.
Well, and that's what it is for us on the football side.
I'm really hopeful for George McIntyre.
Oh, no, I think we got a couple young kids that can play. And you're right, though. The foundation is always the guys that are going to be here. But you're always going to be able to get the older portal guy that can come in and instantly play at certain positions, blah, blah, blah. You need those guys in today's world. Let's call it like it is.
Yeah.
And you're 100% correct. The foundation are the guys that are here as freshmen, and you build around them, and then add bits and pieces along the way. And that's like Joey. That's what we're done with Joey. And which is 100% okay. It's just I really hope that we're able to continue this down the road is what I'm getting at.
I really do too.
In the second half.
Okay. Well, perfect timing. We will be back here for the post game. As I already mentioned, we'll be talking a lot about that Mississippi State game. So join us back here at A to Z Sports Tennessee Volunteers YouTube channel. And we will see y'all in just a minute.